Hey, you. I want to tell you something. Hail Hydra.
Greetings, TheWarOwl greets you. I finally made a video about Operation Hydra. Valve and I have something in common. It takes us forever to do things. Operations used to come out once every 5 months. That happened for a period of time. Last operation happened 15 months ago. Guys, I extrapolated the data. I saw into the future. The next operation will come out at the same time that we finally finish Solo Queue to Global. Could have made a Half-Life 3 joke. Guys, it's not gonna happen. Valve doesn't make games anymore. They make money. Well, when a new operation finally hits, everybody who has a YouTube channel immediately pushes out the exact same video.
Whoa! Operation Hydra is the new operation from Valve Software. You pay $6 for a ticket, and what do you get for that $6? This book. And this coin. New skin!
What's up, bros? Today we're gonna be doing a 1,000 Hydra case opening, because that's what passes for entertainment these days. First case we're gonna be opening up. Remember, we got 1,000 cases to do today. Ha! Wise TheWarOwl. Legendary Eagle. Alright, let's see what we're gonna get in the first case. Super excited, and it is gonna be a Mag 7 hard water. Alright, that is a super interesting skin that just popped up. There's more, I got 1,000 cases, guys, don't worry. We're gonna be opening up our next case today, and it is going to be, next case popping pretty soon here. It's gonna be a Mag 10 Alola. Wow, super excited about this one. Woo! Woo! Mom, get the camera! Mom, get the camera! Dicks out for Harambe! So I didn't want to do that this time. I didn't want to be part of the circus. I wanted to take some time and see how the operation played out and then come back with my own opinion about things. And I gotta say, here's the conclusion. It's okay. If you're newer to Counter-Strike and haven't been around for back when operations actually happened, it's basically just a way for Valve to continue monetizing the game while also keeping it fresh. Each operation is different in what content is included, and they last for typically a few months. This time, we're introduced to a bunch of new custom maps chosen by the developers and a number of returning fan favorites. These maps were all available to play before the operation. All Hydra does is create a new map group, which includes these maps in the play menu. You don't have to purchase Operation Hydra to play them, which makes sense. If you put maps behind a paywall, you just fracture your player base. It's just not a very Counter-Strike thing to do. That's more of a backwards Call of Duty thing. So what do you actually get for your purchase? Well, you get access to the co-op missions, which are 2-player bot murdering challenges. Now, I'm a competitive guy. I love high score tables. Expect content from me trying to get 1% on all of the missions, meaning getting to the top 1% of players. Sadly, the best way to play the co-op missions is just to cheese the crap out of them. You can stand halfway inside of a smoke and the bots just can't see you. Kinda ruins the fun to just abuse the bot AI. Also, if you hold angles where just your head is visible, they get confused. Bots like to immediately aim at your junk, so if it's just your face, they can't see you. Unless you're really ugly. Unfortunately, we didn't see the return of strike missions, which were fully fleshed out co-op campaigns on a custom map. This really should have been included because of how unique and fun they were. It was like Condition Zero deleted scenes with a friend. All we get this time for missions are the kill X number of bots with Y weapon. A really annoying aspect of the missions are how the bots just kinda wander off and hide when they're supposed to be attacking you. I guess it's good AI if they wanted to mimic matchmaking players. A good improvement to the missions is that they didn't limit how many you could do in a day. That was dumb. Which brings me to the Hydra events, the new thing in the operation. Every week there's a new Hydra event that you can participate in, which are custom game modes. You don't need to purchase the pass to play the Hydra events. You don't really need to purchase the pass at all unless you want the coin, the book, or the weapon drops, or the co-op missions. There's 3 Hydra events. War Games, which is a collection of mini-games like Scouts Knives or Headshots Only or Taser Knives. It's fun, trust me. Wingman, which is a 2v2 single bomb sight game mode. And Weapons Expert, which I haven't had a chance to play yet because it hasn't come up yet. It's a normal 5v5 match. The catch, once you buy a weapon, you can't buy it again for the rest of the match. I just read that off the blog. Look, just read the blog. So this was one of the things that I suggested numerous times. I said Counter-Strike really needed more integration with custom game modes, since that was the lifeblood of the community for previous titles. I suggested that Counter-Strike Global Offensive needed something like the Mutations game mode from Left 4 Dead 2, and that's exactly what this is.
Every week we get a new custom fun thing to do. I love this idea. It keeps the game fresh. There's something to do besides 5v5 competitive mode all day, every day. I loved war games. It was super fun. It was something different happening all the time, except for the fact that the only thing people voted for was Scouts knives. The thing is, I want to play that right now, but I can't, because this week's Wingman. It feels like the McRib. I'd love to be able to order a McRib at any time, but they take it off the menu to tease you, to keep you coming back. It's forced scarcity. It's why it took me over a month to get a Switch just so I could play some Zelda. Hopefully this is just a way for Valve to test a bunch of new game modes and then introduce them as permanent fixtures to the menu, if they work. The whole multi-games aspect of war games was such a great idea for Counter-Strike that I think it should just become a permanent fixture. They could look at the data, look at the game modes that people voted for the most, and then pick those as the ones that they want to stick around, then maybe make some new ones for it, who knows. However, I'm worried that this is just like the events they do in Overwatch. They come, and then they go, and then they're gone forever. Still a good way to keep the game fresh and to keep people coming back, where the real staying power is the 5v5 competitive. I think Global Offensive in particular has been missing the special spice that made previous Counter-Strike games so great, and that was all the custom game modes that people came up with, the community aspect. This operation is a huge step in that direction, so I'm genuinely excited about it. I tried out some of the new maps to see if they were competitively viable. Light was really boring. It seemed like the best strat for the CTs was just to play the bomb sites, so the only place anything ever happened were the bomb sites. Bomb site takes and bomb site retakes. It just turned into a rush map. Not a lot of strategy to be found there. I've seen it before. I think the developers were like, we don't want to have a mid. We think mid is a archaic concept in map design, so we're not going to have mid, which in my opinion, it just doesn't work. You need mid. Thematically, it has that old industrial style theme to it, very common in Counter-Strike maps. It reminds me a little bit of a 1.6 map, even so far as the gameplay being less about strategy and nades and more about aim duels. Austria really had a unique theme to it that I enjoyed. It reminded me stylistically of Ruska, but it had its own character. I think it accomplished this without sacrificing too much gameplay. The map actually plays surprisingly well, the twist being that the mid is a cramped indoor section. It sort of reminds me of Canals in that respect. Shift was set up more like a classic Counter-Strike map, and the gimmick of it taking place entirely on a cargo ship is refreshing. I think a lot of great art is created working under restrictions, and forcing the map to be a certain shape certainly is a restriction. The map is probably too simplistic to be competitive, it's very straightforward, but it does play well. Thrill was cray-cray, okay? The rotates were so weird in this map, and everything was so far spread out that it made it really difficult for the counter-terrorists to both watch everything and to set up rotates properly if the enemy team started taking a site. I had fun playing it, but I don't see it being taken seriously competitively. Nevertheless, Thrill had the most interesting visual theme to it out of all of these maps. The model work on the roller coasters and the attractions is fantastic, and it accomplishes this without losing too much performance. While being great visually and immersing you in the location, making you feel like you're really there, I think this one probably had the least focused gameplay out of all of the maps, but it's possible that I just need more games on it to understand it better. Overall, I think the quality of the new maps for this operation is really high. If we look at the past operation maps that have really worked well with Counter-Strike, such as Seaside or Zoo, these maps do stack up, they do compare, so I'm really happy with their picks this time. Instead of valuing just the aesthetic appeal, which it seems that they did in the past, all of the maps were viable in terms of gameplay. The new maps have a very good balance of aesthetics and gameplay that good custom maps should be about. They introduce refreshing concepts without losing the core of what Counter-Strike is about. And while none of them are going to be the next tournament map, they really don't have to be. With 10 million players, not everybody has to be a pro player. Did I just say that? Did TheWarOwl just say that? Am I getting soft in my old age? Well, I mean my demeanor, not... Moving on, it'd be great if we saw some of the best operation maps become permanent fixtures in the game, like Zoo, Seaside, or Season. And no, I don't mean for the competitive active duty, I'm just saying on the side for people to play for fun. You know, like for an unranked matchmaking mode, like take casual and make it not horrible.
Oh yeah, they brought back Agency, Black Gold, and Insertion. Now, Insertion is probably the most unique Counter-Strike map I've ever played, and I've played nearly everything that Nipper pooped out. It intentionally has things that Counter-Strike gamers hate. Wide open outdoor areas, poor visibility, lack of positions and cover, or any reason to use smokes or flashes. It's not a Counter-Strike map at all. But that's what makes it so refreshing, and it surprisingly works. I think you either love Insertion or you absolutely despise Insertion with every fiber of your being. It's like a politician. So I ended up making the same video as everybody else anyway. Only a week late. I gotta get my stuff together, man.
Thanks for watching. I'm TheWarOwl, and I still have no closer.
Yeah, you like that, you freak? Ah, crap. On guard! Oh.